Are you looking forward to the end of the year? Because you have this card. It's a nice card. You just had I thought it was a nice Ultimate Fighter 10 finale. You said you wanted to walk out. Then you've got all the injuries on 108. Are you just like, you know what, let's turn the page. I can't take this anymore?
No, you know what? It goes with the business. You're going to have great fights, and you're going to have fights that aren't so great. You know what I hate? I hate when you think you have a great fight, and one guy doesn't fight. I didn't expect that from Houston Alexander. I'm disappointed in him, and you know, I don't know if it was him or if his corner came up with that game plan to run around in circles I just don't get it. You know what? Houston Alexander has won some unbelievable fights by going in and letting them go. That's how you win. You know, he did more damage to himself in that one fight. Instead, it takes away from all the wins he's ever had. It's just, I think he...
What do you think? Was he afraid?
I don't think he's afraid. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's fought, you know, Alessio Sakara, who's fought, you know, Jardine. I mean, those are fights he should have been afraid. You know, in the Kimbo fight, I think that he folded under the pressure. I mean, it was his big moment, his time to shine and go out there. I mean, even let's say those two were throwing and he gets knocked out. Right. People would respect him more for that than what he did the other night.
So for 108, I mean, how do you look at 108 right now? I mean, it's generally a gigantic card in Las Vegas, and it seems like everything you've had planned for the last 6 weeks, there's someone else going out. It's amazing.
Right. It's, you know what? In almost 10 years, this stuff has never happened, but it's part of the business. It's part of the business. You know. Yeah. Would my life be a lot easier if that didn't happen? Yeah. But you know what? Trust me, bro. Guys getting injured and falling off, I got bigger problems than that every day. Yeah. You know, you've heard me say this a million times. Every time I get out of bed, bad shit happens. And I'm telling you, guys are going to get injured, just like any other sport. Guys are training. It's a physical sport. They're going to get injured. Guess what? It's our job to make other fights, you know. Yeah. Rampage Jackson, do you think I saw this coming? You think I saw, you know, he's terrorizing us to fight in his hometown. We make a fight in his hometown. We set up the show. Him and Rashad hate each other, and they go at it all season. And then he's going to film the fucking A-team. You think I saw this coming? No, but look at what we got now. We got BJ Penn. We got Diego Sanchez fighting for the title here in Memphis. Czech and Mir. Kenny Florian and Clay Guida. I mean, we're in the fight business.
So 108 is still a decent card. It's still a good card. You've got, you know, depth on the card. When a card loses its star power, do you have the flexibility to be creative and go, let's do pay-per-view for $35. Let's lower ticket prices, or does that send a bad message like, oh, now it's a lesser card?
No. Listen, if you're a fight fan, let me tell you what, Rashad Evans and Silva is a great fight. That's a great fight. And, you know, we got a ton of, and this, you know how many times this has happened where, you know, the hardcores will come out and say, oh, this card sucks, this card doesn't have that. And it ends up being one of the best cards of the year. You know, these guys go out and fight. A lot of these fighters get pissed off because people are saying their card is shitty. Listen, if you're a fight fan and you want to watch good fights, how many bad fights have we really put on? Yeah. You know, and listen, I wasn't crazy about the finale either. You know, Houston Alexander's performance, Frankie Edgar was fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. That fight was incredible.
I think Roy Nelson looked good, and I think John Jones. I mean, it's a ridiculous situation that unfolded, but if you're not excited about that guy, I thought it was mostly positive that came out of it.
You are 100% correct. And guess what else? It was fucking free. Mm-hmm.
See, but that is a difference, though. I understand your point about the hardcores. You're always going to have that base of, now it looks like 300,000 pay-per-view buyers. But at some point, you know, if there's not the star power, you're hurting yourself with the volume. Maybe it's saturation. I don't know. It's a catch-22. Like I said, if you lower the price, and maybe that sends a message like, oh, it's a lesser card.
Bro, our business hasn't been affected one bit. I mean, if you're a fight fan, I don't know how you don't think that card is a great card. You know, do we have, you know, Lesnar, Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre? I mean, do we have the card stacked with all those A-list guys? No, but it's a card stacked with great fights, yeah. And I guarantee you the card's going to be great. And just like we said, you know, there were some things that disappointed me the other night about the finale. The Frankie Edgar fight was sick. It was an awesome fight. The Jones fight was great, and absolutely the main event delivered. You know, that kid went out there and he knocked him out in the first round. I can't take that from him. He did. He proved himself, and You know,
Nothing like selling the bad body guys. He's good though.
He shut me up, man. This kid has shut my mouth. He really has. There's nothing I can say. You know how I am, and especially when I have that friction with guys, I'll always come up with something. That kid has literally shut me up.
He's the one guy I think who rubs you the wrong way and can continue to do it, and he knows he's doing it. Yeah. Look, you know what? The last thing, looking ahead, there is going to be an explosion though, come like March, because all these guys are going to get healthy. And then forget about it. Your next summer, as you go into new markets, it's going to get crazy.
That's exactly what I said. We're going to be putting on massive. Remember the card I just gave you as an example? Mm-hmm. Those are the cards we're going to be doing, because you're exactly right. All these guys are coming back at the same time, and there's going to be some sick cards at the end of this year, end of next year, I mean.